this is Karen and you're watching FAQ Friday, where I answer all of your fragrance related questions. Today's question comes from Debbie, and she writes that my dilemma is that I love making products with essential oils. All of my body products are made with essential oils, and so I wanted to use them for candles and some wax melt tarts that I've been making with beeswax and soy. However, I've had a lot of comments from people saying that I wouldn't get enough impact from the fragrance and that essential oils are so expensive, it's just a waste of money. Now Debbie, the thing is, when you're making products like this, you're absolutely right. If you're going to be selling them, you need to be realistic on the cost involved. And if you're going to use essential oils, then you're going to need a lot more of essential oil than you would from a specially designed fragrance oil. And they tend to be much more expensive. The other thing that you've got to look at, of course, is the impact. Now, the impact that you get from a fragrance oil is going to be much, much more than you would from a blend of essential oils on its own. So what you have to decide really is how much impact you want from your candle. Do you want a strong fragrance, or do you want a more subtle aroma? Because either works, and I think you've just got to try it out and see what works best for you. Now with the cost element, essential oils are going to be a lot more expensive, and really if you're going to just stick to essential oils in your candles and wax melts, you're going to be quite restricted on the type of fragrances you can make, because you really want to be sticking to the cheaper oils. So there's no good using something like Rose Absolute, which is going to put your costs way, way up. So I hope that answers that part of your question. There's another part too. Now, Debbie also is a bit concerned about choosing fragrance oils and are they okay? And she's found a supplier who has fragrance oils that are free from sensitisers. And there's a little bit of confusion over sensitisers and phthalates, because obviously phthalates and phthalate-free is a bit of a hot topic at the moment. And I just wanted to briefly explain that sensitisers and phthalates are two different things. Now, a sensitiser is the part of a raw material or an essential oil that could potentially cause a reaction on skin. Now, if you're making candles and wax melts, they're not going to be coming into contact with skin, so you don't need to worry too much about sensitisers. Now, phthalates, on the other hand, are a different thing. The phthalate as a term is quite a broad term for a variety of different materials that have got very, very different chemical structures. Now, online they all kind of get lumped in together, which causes quite a lot of confusion. Most phthalates that are found to be harmful are not used in fragrance generally, and actually they are not permitted for use within the European Union in cosmetics and toiletries. Now there is one phthalate that is used in fragrance, and that is DEP, or diethyl phthalate, and that is actually not a sensitizer at all. It's not known as a sensitizer, and IFRA actually have approved it as being safe for use in cosmetics and toiletries. So I would do your research and check out the IFRA website as well. And if you're making fragrances on fragrance products and you're buying fragrance oils, I would make sure that they're EU compliant, because the EU have some of the strictest safety standards, more so than the States and other parts of the world. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, just drop me an email to faq@karengilbert.co.uk. Don't forget to like or share this video and leave me a comment below.